Good day, everybody. It is currently the 8th of January 2013, and across the Western Pacific today we are watching the remnants of Tropical Storm Sonamu, which is now dissipated. According to the Japan Meteorological Agency, actually have it right off of a tropical depression and no longer being warned on, but still some convective activity is continuing to flare up here towards the northern periphery of the remnants of that low-level circulation. So southern portions of Vietnam, it's very well still going to be seeing some heavy rain showers here throughout the next 24 hours, but really it is going to continue to weaken off and taper out as it does drift down here towards the south. Even the northern portions of Malaysia, don't expect anything too significant still from the system. Even the Thailand Meteorological Department having this as a tropical depression and slowly drifting down there towards the south. Meanwhile, also have a low pressure area just off the southern portion of Mindanao. Some of the models actually picking up on this, kind of spinning up and pulling off here towards the north. Really don't expect that. It's just going to be continuing to linger here. The problem is, as it does so, still seeing those heavy rain showers across the area. This area, once again, just continuing to pick up the pieces after Typhoon Bopha. And as this area does continue to linger, it is still bringing that threat of further flooding in the area. So it does look like it should remain towards the south, slowly meander off here towards the north. Do not expect this area to organize into a tropical system at all. The problem is it's just persistent convective rain shower activity. If you remember back in August when those floods in Manila, that can cause a persistent problem even if it is not a named system. So something we want to watch here through the coming days. Don't expect it once again to develop into anything significant. What I do think though is by the latter part of this week we're also going to be watching an area just towards the south of Guam. Now this is over here, a few of the models picking up on it. This is actually no gaps. GFS also spins it up and then reforms it here just towards east of Asais. Really disorganized at this time. That's what you would expect for a storm system in the middle of January, but we have been seeing this persistent pattern of systems blowing up just before they hit the east coast of the Philippines, turning into a tropical depression in the case of 3 named storms in the month of December. So with that said, it is definitely something to continue to watch here just towards the south of Guam now, but also this area here, that's what's still going to be bringing that risk of flooding. Let's take a look actually at the GFS model outlook through the coming days for those people that are worried about this area. And if we pull out through Tuesday, now this is going into Wednesday, that area just towards the south of Mindanao continuing to linger, really weak at this time. And also if you take a look at Sonamu, that just kind of dissipates right out here through Wednesday and eventually into Thursday. But the problem is, once again, watch this, that area just towards the south of Mindanao plus the area out of Guam, those just continue to bring those persistent showers to the southern portions of Mindanao. This is going into Friday, and then Saturday it starts to spin up and pull off there towards the north. That's persistent rain showers over the course of several days. Some areas seeing upwards of about 50 to 100 millimeters. That's what's really going to be bringing the flood risk out here, and even the risk of landslides. Not so much that hard rainfall over a short duration, but that's just continued rainfall. And then we go into Sunday, it kind of gets wrapped up with an upper level trough coming in from the north there, and that's going to shoot it off towards the north, really spread out that precipitation, that moisture, bring some heavy showers out across portions of Okinawa though, as it does start to pull off there. Nothing significant as far as the wind goes, nothing more than what you've been seeing with the northeast monsoon at least. But you definitely have to wait for that upper level trough to dig in before that area starts to pull off towards the north, because we have that high pressure ridge just dominating right here. So anything that does develop near Guam and stays here towards Mindanao, it is not going to be going anywhere very fast, because that is just going to act like a block and keep it down there towards the south. But also, speaking of the tropics, I want to look a little bit farther towards the south, just south of Indonesia, off the northwestern coast of Australia. Please check out Oz Cyclone Chasers updates for the latest information on this one. But it is our next tropical low, which is expected to actually intensify into a tropical cyclone and even get up to Category 3 status on the Bureau of Meteorology scale. Now, that's a little bit weaker than what you would remember with the Saffir-Simpson scale, but still a rather strong storm system as it pulls off here towards the west and eventually starts to linger down towards the south. Long range models, at least at this time, want to pull this area down towards the south, right off the coast of Port Hedland, possibly right along the western portions of Australia, and then eventually grazing the coastline. So we're going to be wanting to watch this one as well throughout the next several days. Once again though, for much more in-depth updates, do check out Oz Cyclone Chasers. They might even be chasing this one as well, so definitely going to be having an abundance of information. But for at least at this time, it is remaining rather disorganized. Still a tropical low, has not been named yet. And actually, the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, if we can pull up their warning on this, and actually have it intensify into a very strong storm system on the 11th going into the 12th, right around 100 and 125 knot wind sustained. That's about a Category 4 equivalent on the Saffron symptom scale. So a very strong storm system indeed. And we're actually going to have a lot more information on this one later on this evening, probably about 12 hours from now on our next WesternPacificWeather.com up. We'll concentrate on this storm system once it gets named there, starts to pull off there towards the south. But that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at Western Pacific Weather. I always remind you, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Western Pacific Weather, or you can follow me at Robert Speta, and stay safe out there. Thanks for watching.